Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're trying to avoid that hard inquiry on your credit file because you know that your credit is already shot, then I have some lenders to help you, especially when you can't go to your bank and your credit union. Now, first, we're going to be talking about Opploans. Now, here's the thing about it. You can see here Opploans, you can apply without having an impact on your credit. So what that means is usually they're going to do it with the third party credit bureaus. And here, let me show you what I mean. All right. So this is the third party credit bureau they use. They use Experian Clarity. All right. And for those of you that follow me, you know I always tell you you need to know what's on your financial credit file. All right. And so with that Experian Clarity file, again, it's your report, your scores. You can do a fraud alert. You can opt out. So you can do all of these things. But one of the key things, you have a right to this information. Okay. Now, in terms of these type of loans like op loans, the only reason that a person may get denied, it actually there's four reasons. One, you already have two loans already dispersed to you. Number two is that you don't meet their income requirements. I always tell people that the income requirements for most of these lenders is $1,000 a month after taxes. So basically $250 a week after taxes, right? So if you make that, then you're getting past that hurdle. All right. Number three, you may not be in that state that they actually offer loans in. All right. Because I get people say, well, they turn me down. But again, they never factor in these. So I'm explaining this to you so you can understand. And number four is the biggest one. And that is, see this credit file here? If you've moved, all right, and you have not updated your personal information, your address with these third party credit bureaus, so when you put in that application to get approved and the application has the third party credit bureaus have outdated information that's versus what's on the application, this is why you're going to get denied. Okay. And I want to prove it to you so you don't think that I'm just saying something because they're going to tell you something here. All right. So they ask about what are the eligibilities so you can understand. 18, have a bank account. Now, here's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. If you don't have an active checking account, and yes, you should reach out to them because with some lenders they do accept Chime. So if you use Chime as your banking, then you may want to reach out to them, see if you qualify for that. All right, that's very important. Again, with the source of income, so you can have a job, but you can also look government benefits. That's what I mean. Child support. All of that will help you qualify for this type of loan. All right. Now, again, in terms of how much money we was talking about, it was from 500 up to 4,000. All right. But this is something else I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you. All right. In terms of them qualifying you, it has nothing to do with the credit. Here's what I was saying about the credit score, okay? Not being a factor, all right? Uploan lending platforms do not base funding decisions exclusively on credit scores or credit history. That's what I mean. A lot of people say, well, it improved me or whatever. I'm telling you, more likely it had nothing to do with the credit score. All right. I broke down the four elements in terms of what may disqualify you. Now, in terms of, like I said, about the states, these are the states that they actually offer loans in. All right. And if you're not on this list, then do not apply. That's the reality of it. If you're not on this list, you should not be trying to apply for this here loan. All right, with Opploans. For some of you guys, you may not have a regular job or you may not have a regular source of income. So then I would tell you, if you're in the gig economy, then check out Giggle Finance. They offer up to $5,000 and it has nothing to do with the credit. Again, there is money out there. And again, what shortchanges a lot of people that's in the gig economy because you're not registered as a business. If you had if you're in the gig economy, say that you're doing like delivery type of work, right? So you're doing delivery type of work. If all that money is going in your pocket into a registered bank account, then you're going to disqualify yourself for funding, even if you have bad credit. So that's the reason I tell you guys you should register yourself as a legitimate business. If you need help with that, we can help you with that, but also put yourself on payroll. Then that way you can get a car under the business. You can rent apartments under the business. If you don't want it in your name, you can get loans under the business when you have bad credit. So you have all of those options that you can actually do. Now, again, like I said, look at this, no credit requirements. So they're not focused on the credit. And these are the type of businesses that Giggle Finance actually will loan to. So if you're an entrepreneur and you fit one of these categories, they're willing to work with you. Now, the minimum income that I would say for most of these type of lenders, all right, is usually about $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and you have to be shown, you have to be able to provide proof that you're bringing in that type of money for at least 90 days in order for them to approve you. Now, again, in terms of how do they check the credit? Like I said, they're not factoring the credit. They're looking at the bank account. They're using the decision logic to take a snapshot of your bank account to see if you qualify. Now, for you guys that are working a job, go to your HR, all right, and get this here application. This is your money, people, all right, and I can't stress this enough. It's your money. And what you're doing, you're just telling the federal government, I'm not ready to pay my taxes right now because I'm having a hard time. And I always tell people do this for 3 to 4 months. This will allow you to bring more money home to help get caught up on paying some bills, to help money to help you get your car fixed, to help maybe you need money to move or anything like that. And so you will have that money put back into your paycheck instead of the federal government taking his money out first. All right. So you're just delaying him getting his money. But at the same time, it also puts you in a position to where you may not have to go after these high interest rate loans at the same time. Another place you can check out is Explore Credit. They are a tribal lender. And as you can see, they go from 250 up to $2,000. Okay. Now, by them being a tribal lender, of course, the interest rates is going to be much higher than your traditional bank or credit union, but they don't have to go through as much red tape. So the lenders I'm talking about, these lenders are okay when you have a debt to income ratio higher than 55%, where your bank or credit union, I don't care if you're making $10,000 a month, if you have a high to debt to income ratio over 55%, more likely they won't work with you. The only credit union that I'm aware of that will work with you that will go up to 60% is Penn Fed Credit Union. Here's another resource to help you guys. Even if you get approved for a loan, then you should be able to go over to findhelp.org, okay, and put your zip code in. Once you put your zip code in, it's going to tell you all the programs that are available to you to help you to get food, help you to pay your rent, other resources if you have a new baby to get diapers. It just gives you a variety of resources. Now, let me tell you about this health thing because this is something that's very important because recently By them freezing the federal funding, a lot of your personal clinics are going to be closing down. So a lot of people won't be able to go to clinic. You want to go here, put your zip code in, and then this system and click on health, and then you can actually reach out to these here places, and they'll be able to tell you what other resources that may be available to you so that you can get the help that you need. Another place that work with people on low income, on benefits and things of that nature is Viva Payday Loans. Okay, and as you can see, this is a platform that I always tell you, and the loans go from 100 up to $5,000. Okay, and you can see it goes from 2 months up to 24 months plus. Your interest rates, as you can see here, is from 5.99 up to 35.99. All right. And again, like I said, these are resources I'm always trying to find out about to share with the community. And yes, I always tell you guys, for most of you guys that are working a job, go to your HR. Don't sleep on that money. That's your money. You have a right to it. Go get that money so that you can start catching up on some bills, putting your food on the table. That way you may not have to go after these type of high interest rate loans. All right. Now, technically, this here type of loan is usually lesser than with some of the banks. So that's the good part about this. So if you have any other questions, you need help with getting business credit funding, personal credit funding, talk about removing some negative items off your credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.